All right, everybody. We are here today with Elma Valdez. Just thank you so much for your time, Elma. She is coming on to talk about her process for closing one deal confirmed and then two deals in the works, very close to being confirmed in terms of closing that deal. The deal that she did close herself was going to be from a lead that she prospected and kind of earned that business herself. And then the two deals in the pipeline that's on the verge of closing, one is also from herself, and the other one is from our booked appointment service. So that being said, first off, thank you, Elma. Welcome to the call. And we'd love to kind of hear more about just first off, your background, and a little bit about yourself, where you live, and what got you interested in merchant services.
Hi, how are you? My name is Elma. A little bit about my background. I'm a law enforcement officer. I work and live in New York, and I'm also an ATM merchant. I started off with Paul Alex with the ATM business, and then I merged over with the merchant automotive, and I was interested in that.
Got it. What got you interested in the whole merchant services game?
The posting that he was putting, the information that he was putting out, and there's also a residual fund that I could use as well. I was enthusiastic about it, and I said, "Hey, let me join." I know Paul, trustworthy. I had the ATM automation with him. I said, "Why not join with the team with the merchant automation?"
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Great. And so let's talk through the deal that you have closed so far. I know that was from your own lead and your own relationship with that person, but just walk me through kind of, how you started reaching out to establish a connection with that merchant, and also what were some of your first steps to start talking about merchant services with them.
Oh yes, I hit the field pretty much like hitting business to business. I found a nail salon, spoke to them about the cash discharge program. Uh, she was happy about it and signed up. And had a lead also from the team, the leading team with Rebecca, and it was AZ Automated, which was great. It was a tire shop.
Mm.
Signed up with the tire shop as well, and had one pending again last night. Last night at 7 o'clock at night, I left out of work, went over there, text John. Hey John, are you available at 7 o'clock? John said
Mm.
yes. Had all the information ready. I'm like, John, help me out. I have this information about a pizza shop. This is the value. How can we help this business owner? And the business owner was happy to sign. And here we go. There, I got a pizza shop now that's pending.
What is your process for reaching out to them? Do you first like contact them? Do you call them? Do you book an appointment? Do you just walk in? Like, what's your process?
I do both. I prefer the contact with merchant to merchant. So what I do, I go to the different business merchant, to the bodegas, to flower shops, smoke shops, everywhere.
And you just walk in and start talking to the
Right. I
merchant.
walk in, introduce myself, and I start telling them about, who I am, a little bit about my background, and the cash discount program, how it could benefit them, and then also I also introduce them about the devices that they have that will work well with their business.
Mm. Now, what would you say? I could see for you, you're obviously, this is some natural for you. This is easy for you. I could see people watching this and being like, I would never be able to walk into a business store or a business like a store in my local neighborhood, or walk into a business and just start talking to the owner about this. What would you say like is a good piece of advice as far as like maybe your mindset, when you walk in, and also like what is maybe examples of things you start the conversation with?
Oh, I go in there, I introduce myself, I let them know how is the device. Even if they say I'm happy with the device that I have, I let them know about the 4% and the 2.9%, and I also give them a business flyer and also my business card, because that could be another referral that they could refer to another business owner, or if they open a future other locations. So I say, hey, you could keep this here, especially a business owner that I know. And now that I go into their business establishment, I also leave paperwork and flyers and business cards so that they could also refer others.
Okay, that's interesting. So you make sure you bring your marketing materials, you leave your flyers and brochures at the location as well as your cards, just in case if they know somebody else or they change their mind and want to actually talk to you again.
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's really helpful. What are some common questions? Like, how do you leverage John? So do you like just have him like on in your pocket as you're walking into the store, or is it more like, okay, we got to a point now in the conversation where I feel like it makes sense to bring John in, so maybe we'll schedule an actual follow up appointment where I'll walk back in the next day, have John ready to go. Like, how do you use John?
Oh, I use John, he's my secret weapon. So I'm like, hey, John, I have a location. If I feel like something is targeting to me, I'm like, hey, I got this combat. What can I give him? What can I offer so that I could be able to bring this merchant to our team? John's like, hey, this is what we got. This is what we could do. And I'm like, okay, wonderful. If I get like a question that I haven't heard or wasn't familiar with it, I said, give me 1 second. I got to reach to one of my agents and I get this question answered to you right now. Hey, John. And usually I give John the heads up. John, 7 o'clock, I have this. I'm walking in because, I already set up an interview at 7 o'clock. So I'm trying to lock this location down. And he's there. He's there with the question. Even if I call him 2 or 3 times, like, wait a minute, 1 second. And I get back on the phone. And, that's what I did last night. And it was a successful lead.
Now, so when you first walk in, you then schedule an actual appointment with the merchant. So for example, when you first walk in, you're just kind of like filling them out, making sure that, hey, this is what I do, this is how I can help you. Are you interested? And if you feel like that person is interested, cool. Let me come back to you maybe tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And that's when you hit John up and say, hey, John, make sure that you're, if you're available around 7, can you hop on and help me with this? Okay.
That's exactly what I did. I went to that location. I think I even seen him on social media advertising his pizzeria. So I asked him, hey, do you know about the 4%? He's like, you know what? I'm interested in that. Monday I will be available. And that's how the lead started. And I got the appointment in time. And I said, hey, John, I got this appointment. I'm heading over there today. And it went great. I either do I'm sorry, I caught you. I either do the phone or just walk into the merchant and set an appointment.
Got it. Got it. So if you're on the phone, obviously your job is just to book the appointment, and then for the appointment, when you walk, if you do a walk-in, you're still trying to book an appointment as well, right? So it's not really not common where you're gonna walk in and automatically just like get to that point where you're using John already. You're gonna have to walk in, make small talk and build that relationship a little bit, and then say, "Can I come tomorrow at 7 p.m.?" and then you book the
Yes,
appointment.
absolutely. I see, I built the report, see their environment. If I see they're a little too busy, I know that they're not
Yeah.
gonna have that 5 minute time for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I squeeze in the appointment. They be like, oh yes, please come at this time. I'm more, my volume is down, less foot traffic. I'll be available at this time. And that's
Got
how
it.
I take advantage.
Got it. John, since we're on topic of you, anything you want to add in terms of kind of how you've been helping Elma, anything else that the audience can take away?
Yeah, Elma is doing an amazing job. Straight out of the gate, she was, texting me, calling me, hey, asking me questions, already approaching businesses. And that's great. I tell everybody, not being afraid to get out there. She's like a people person. So she pushes through. That's the key, is pushing through. When somebody says, like, like if I say, hey, Aaron, I want you to check out this amazing sushi place. And if you say, hey, I'm not really much of a, or I'm more of a steak person, but I'm just gonna push through anyways. Oh, but they have steak at this location as well. The steak is amazing as well. And we have some other sushi. So I'm just gonna push through whatever you told me. I'm gonna push through that. Because at the end of the day, there's more that I can share with you. And that's what Alma's doing. And also I call it, dropping little seeds into their brain that you're leaving information that they can think about. So when you follow up, they've thought about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Like an example is like, hey, we're gonna, I'm gonna eliminate all your fees. Imagine what you could do with all that money we're gonna save you. They go home, they think about it. The next day they might be like, I thought about it and I could use that extra $30,000 that you're gonna save me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and like I tell everybody, is, text me when you're out in the field. And I'm always going to take your call. If you're with the client, I'm taking your call no matter what, unless I'm already on the phone with another rep with the client.
Yeah.
But I will normally call you right back. But yeah, if people have questions, they can text me, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And then when it's a hot lead, they're in front of a client, they could just call me, boom, and I'm gonna answer.
Yeah. Love that. That's amazing support right there.
Thank you.
So for Elma, we can wrap it up here in the next minute or so. Just wanted to say, if you're somebody's watching this right now and they're maybe a little nervous or anxious, or just trying to close your first deal still, any words of advice, any kind of just helpful, lessons that you've learned along the way, any aha moments or anything you want to share that might be helpful for that person?
Yeah, you build a rapport with the merchant, give them a little bit of your background, so that they could feel confident and comfortable with you. And then you just proceed with what you have. So pretty much I go in there, introduce myself, make sure I build a great rapport, and I introduce myself, give them my flyer, also my business card, even if they are not interested at that point. You never know down the line, they it might be useful, and might be one that are able to switch on, on reducing their merchant fees.
Right. Cool. Awesome. Well, Elma, you're off to a fast start. 3 accounts are pretty much lined up for you. So I'm sure the sky's the limit with where you're going. So it's awesome to see. And yeah, again, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it, John. And we'll wrap it up here.
Thank you.
Thanks again, Elma.
All right. Thank you, guys. All right. Take care. All right. Bye-bye.